with head coach Dan Muller, along with Tyler Brown, John Eakey, and Jackie Carmichael. As we have in the past sessions, we'll begin with a statement from Coach Muller and then move to questions for the student athletes and then wrap up with Coach. A reminder once again to raise your hand so our microphone folks can locate you, state your name, affiliation, and we'll proceed. Coach?
Yeah, congratulations to Wichita State and their players. They played a great game with great toughness. Just wasn't our day. Wasn't our day. We missed some shots that we've been normally making, and they were very good defensively. They did hurt us on the boards, but we didn't play great today, and they took advantage of it. Proud of my team. I have a great group of guys and a great group of seniors, and I'm very proud of them.
Questions for Tyler Brown, John Eakey, and Jackie Carmichael. Please raise your hands. Second row on the right.
Jim Benson, the Pantograph. Tyler, could you just talk about the Cotton, what he tried to do to you defensively, and what was kind of going on out there?
He just didn't do anything that I haven't seen before. Just denied me the ball a little bit and pressure me. I just feel like I just wasn't hitting shots.
Continue.
Jackie, you guys fall behind 17-1, but you're able to get the lead there for a short time at the end of the first half and even in the second half. Was coming back and using a lot of energy there, did that take a lot out of you guys? And did you guys feel a little, legs a little heavy there?
Not really. I feel like we've been in that position, numerous times during the season. So I actually think it, kind of helped us a little bit, because obviously we've come from behind a couple times and actually been successful. So no, not at all, actually.
Other questions for our student athletes? Again, second row on the right.
John, when you guys did make that comeback there at the end of the first half, could you just kind of talk about what was going on out on the court? It seemed like Zeisloft hit a couple threes. You had a basket there. What was just kind of the mood of the team right there, and especially at halftime, going in at halftime just down 2 points after what you guys had been through?
I feel like we just found our flow. Yeah, we kind of started off a little slow there, but I think after Nick hit those shots and we made some stops on defense, kind of just felt like we finally had our legs under us and we were going. And kind of like what Jackie said, I don't think that hurt us in any way later in the game. I think it was just that we just couldn't sustain it for the entire time.
About 6 rows back on the right.
Joe Brand with WZND. Jackie, Carl Hall seemed like he really had you defensively. Was there anything that really got under your skin? What was he doing right that was kind of holding you back in the first half?
Nothing really. I think he was playing solid defense. Obviously I missed some close shots, but that was really about it.
Anything else for the Redbirds? Again, front row on the right.
For Jackie and Tyler, I know the wound is pretty fresh right now, but would you guys like to see your season continue in one of these other tournaments?
Jackie, why don't you start?
Oh, definitely. I would love to still be in a Redbird jersey in, early March or late March. I just want to continue playing with these guys, I'm hoping that it's not over, but at this point we just have to wait and see.
Tyler, your thoughts?
Like Jackie said, I'm not ready to be done playing with these group of guys, and I just want to continue this season.
Perhaps one last question for our student athletes. Gentlemen, looks like your obligations are complete. Thank you for your time and attention. You can retire to your locker room. Questions for Coach Muller? Hands up. Second row on the right.
Dan, did they do anything defensively different this time than they did in normal 3 weeks ago?
They did. They pressured us more. They started the game picking us full court man, which they had played off our point guard in first. Both matchups, actually. They jumped on us. They extended their defense more than they had at our place, and they did a great job. They came out ready to roll, and we turned the ball over. We couldn't make shots, obviously. I thought we got some decent shots in that stretch, but we didn't make. But they made some adjustments.
Any other questions? Hands? Again, it's all yours. You can keep it if you'd like.
I will. Dan, in the second half, you guys get the brief lead. I think you got the first basket. from that point on, it seemed like Carl Hall just kind of put their team on his shoulders. What was he doing? I guess weren't you guys doing defensively on him?
Well, I don't know if it was him in particular. I thought Armstead had an unbelievable game. They were taking turns getting offensive rebounds. They were successful at what they do well. They offensive rebounded it. We got a lot of good shots around the rim that we missed. But when you're physical, when you have length and you have depth, that can happen. Hall had a great game. Don't get me wrong, but I thought it was a team effort. Different guys hurt us in different areas at different times, and they kind of took control. 5 minutes in the second half, and it didn't stretch too big, but we never really got back in it as far as cutting it below 6 or 7, I think, and their physicality was great. They've got great depth at positions. And their depth is physical. And so it's what they do well, and they don't make adjustments when they come from the bench. They continue to play like they want to play, and they certainly did that today.
And Jackie's foul problems there in the second half, how much did that kind of disrupt his rhythm?
Well, unfortunately, I think it did quite a bit, to be honest. He got a little tentative on the defensive end. I mean, they started hurting us around the rim in our zone. I mean, they made a good adjustment, but we didn't. I think he was afraid to foul. And Jackie played a great game. He competed the entire time, but I think it did affect him a little bit. He missed some chippies around the basket. I don't think it affected those. But when you get out of a rhythm, that can happen.
A new questioner from the second row.
Yeah, Randy Kinder, the Pantograph. Dan, the players obviously would like to continue playing in a tournament. What are your thoughts on that, and what are your opportunities going to be, do you think?
Yeah, having a tournament a week before everything else, I have no idea what our opportunities are. All I know right now is I would love to coach these guys longer if I could.
We had a question perhaps in the third row, again on the second.
Yeah, Dan, could you just talk about Zeisloft and especially the contribution he made in the first half and the 2 big shots he really hit for you guys?
Yeah, clearly hit 2 big threes when we came back. I think he hit a 3 that took the lead in the first half towards the end from pretty deep, and that's what Nick does well. He competed. He had no rust on him, which was nice. Nick could shoot the ball, but he got some rebounds. I mean, he did a very good job. The reason we came back is because we got stops and rebounded. We scored in transition quite a bit during that stretch, and Nick hit some. I don't know if it's fatigue or what. Second half, he looked a little bit sluggish, but it was nice to have him back. And with Tyler in foul trouble, without him early in that first half, I'm not sure if we could have come back like we did.
Third row on the right.
Adam Knapp with KWCH. Dan, what's going through your mind when you're down 17-1? And can you talk perhaps about switching up defenses? Was there more than that to be able to get back into it?
At that point, 17-1, what's going through is at some point we're going to start playing well. I thought we were, and it's games of ebbs and flows. We got up big yesterday, and we did switch to a zone, a new zone that we had put in over the past week, and it worked very well. I thought it confused them a little bit. I thought it did. They made adjustments in the second half, but that got us rebounding opportunities. We pushed the ball and we scored, but it started with our defense. And they just hit us. We were not playing like we are capable of, obviously, down 17-1. I thought if we could get going, see the ball go in the basket a couple times, we could go on a run, and we did.
Was it a matchup zone? Had you done it before?
Hadn't done it before this year, no. I mean, I've done it in the past. It's kind of a matchup. It's a 2-3 matchup type thing.
Have you done it this year?
No.
We've got another question on the left.
Paul Sollentrop from the Wichita Eagle. Dan, Takeo Cotton seemed to do a really good job on Tyler Brown. How did that kind of change your offense or take things away from your offense, I guess?
Yeah, Cotton did a great job. And Tyler's been face guarded for the last 4 or 5 games, and we found a way to get him the ball with opportunities to score. Obviously got in foul trouble in the first half, which limited him. I thought Tyler looked a little tired today, unfortunately. And he's been carrying us for a while, so he certainly has that right. But Takeo, Cotton's physicality, his length, we were having a hard time getting him the ball on plays that we usually run for them, and then also just in our base offense. And so that obviously affected our offense. I mean, we did not shoot it very well today, to say the least, and Tyler's been pretty good for us lately.
Last question of the session on our right.
Coach Chris Highland, WZND Radio. You talked about a postseason opportunity for you guys. If that doesn't come, this is your last game as your first season as a head coach. Can you talk about what this year has been like for you and how you've grown along with the team?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we hope we're still playing. It's hard at the end of any season when you're a part of a group, and obviously you come very close. And I'm just very appreciative of these players and their character and their integrity. We had a bad day today, but that doesn't take away from the fight that they had, the things they do off the court, the ways they've handled themselves, and it's been very fun. It's been very fun. I've learned quite a bit, of course. I'll continue to learn. Hopefully they feel like I've done a good job, but they represent Illinois State University in the right way, and I'm very appreciative of my players. And this program's about our players, and I'm disappointed that I couldn't help them more this weekend to experience what it feels like to win a championship.
Coach, thank you so much. Congratulations on your year. Good luck down the road. Thank you all.